Catching Exceptions, and today I'm going to introduce you to the senior Sitecore GIF and meme developer, Stephen Polk. Thank you for being here with me today.
No problem.
The way this works, I'm just going to ask you a few questions and try to get to know you a bit better.
Okay.
So, first question, where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I am from Birmingham in the middle of the UK, but now I live in the southwest of England in a town called Bristol. So gradually moved to the southwest. So my parents still live in Birmingham, go back there all the time, but I've got 3 kids and my wife, and we all live in Bristol. So that's what I call home now. So yeah.
Second question, what got you started in programming?
So, I never intended to be a programmer. I was always going to be like a graphic designer, an artist, and whatever you want to call it. So I started out, I've always been into computers. I started out on my Amiga. So I spent a lot of time in Deluxe Paint, used to do a lot of things, what was called the demo scene, which was doing a lot of productions and other things like that. So I used to work in a team of people, and then coding was all done in pure assembler, 6800 assembler. And I looked at it and went, you know what, I'm never going to be a programmer because I don't understand any of that. So I started getting into graphics and eventually got into 3D. My plan was to be, Hollywood or, doing sort of movie 3D kind of stuff. And then one day I went to Soho, which is in London, which is where a lot of the movie studios have production houses and other things like that, and I went to see some guys working, and I must have been 20 or something like that, and these guys were working, they basically had sleeping bags under their desks, and I was like, you know what, I don't know if I want this as a career, because it looked like they were being worked super hard, and I was like, not that I was afraid of it, but I was just like, do I want to be burnt out by the time I'm kind of 25? So I was kind of thinking about that, and then I was doing I was working for a small company at the time, doing 3D graphics and visualization stuff, and they had a website, and the woman who ran the website, she literally went crazy, like was carted off to the lunatic asylum, and I was given a book on Cold Fusion, and somebody said, there you go, make this site. And I'd done some programming in Director, which is like an old multimedia kind of thing, just show my age, and I just started doing more programming and found that actually I could get a real pleasure from it, in the same way that when I would draw or do something nice and like a good picture or I could do that with code as well, and I could get like a nice, it's like a really weird feeling that where everything's right, everything's in the right place, and I never thought that was possible. And then I just did more and more programming, got into .NET and sort of really got into OO and design patterns and everything, and it just kind of went on from there. But I always feel I'm a bit of a fraud because I didn't do programming at university. I'm kind of sort of self-taught and had experience and stuff, but I was always going to be in TV or radio or something like that, behind the scenes. But it was it was a strange route, and everyone I meet has always done computer science degrees and other things like that, and I'm the guy who did a multimedia degree.
I feel like half the people I meet have a strange story. So
yeah. So
all right. Third question. Where do you work now?
I work for Sitecore, so I'm in the product team. So we have a little team based in Bristol. So there are 5 of us at the moment. The last thing we worked on was the Federated Experience Manager. That was really nice for us to kind of work on a little feature and kind of get it out the door, and I'm really proud of those guys and everything that we kind of did. So now we're on to new things, and we're kind of expanding the team, and that's where I am currently.
All right. Fourth question, what is it that keeps you interested?
All sorts of things. I'm always interested to see how people are using the product and kind of ways that I can try and make their lives better. But really, I think at the end of the day, I just like a good challenge. Like I like to be challenged, or like somebody's come at me with something really awkward and say, how on earth are we going to solve that? And I'm like, brilliant. I just kind of can dig into it, and kind of, you know, I like to be around people. I like to work in a team, and I like to, you know, bounce ideas off people and other things. So that just keeps me interested. A good kind of challenge, and then making something, I suppose, that I can be kind of proud of. Like it's weird working at Sitecore, you know, now that I can kind of give things out, and you know, I work on something and so many people get to see it and play with it and break it and tell me the ways that, you know, it kind of works or doesn't work, or improvements I can make, and I just find that really interesting. So yeah, that's very, very happy what I do.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
The fifth point is not a question. This is your opportunity to give your exception message.
So my exception message is that change is coming. So be prepared. Be prepared.
Brilliant. So thank you for being here with me today.
Cheers,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah, thanks, Mel.
So you just met Stephen Pope, the Senior Product Team Developer for Sitecore. Next time you see me, we're going to be getting to know somebody else. Till then, hang loose.